Alright, what's going on, guys? So I'm back at it again in here for another video for you guys for today, and in here for the audio commentary on this 11/11/11, and on here for this Veterans Day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. And with this audio commentary, I do have a couple of things I want to be talking about. One of them being in a project that I've been working on in class, and basically talking about a favorite legend, which I will be mentioning as basically the main part of this video. Also a little briefly on Turning Point, and going over some of the matches and stuff like that. I won't go into full detail really too much, but I will do that once we have the pre-show, which is this Sunday, and also an update with the house show that I'm looking to be going to next month, which is December 30th. So, with the first thing, I want to let you guys know, of course, first and foremost, with that being said, that Turning Point pre-show, of course, will be happening this Sunday at 6 p.m. As usual on Sunday night for HD's Ustream account, and hopefully you guys will be able to join us on the show. And basically what we'll be talking about, going into the last minute things what we didn't get to talk about on the last pre-show will be said on this week's upcoming pre-show. Of course, as always, it will be one hell of a show, and hopefully you guys will be a part of it, and it's definitely your chance to be heard, especially if you're new and upcoming YouTuber and want to get noticed and stuff like that. And definitely it is a great way to definitely join us with that, and getting into all things Turning Point, if you will, and basically with the matches, giving out predictions and what have you, and whatever else is going on in the world of professional wrestling will be said and talked about this Sunday. So it's a cannot miss show, and hopefully you guys will be able to spread the word, and hopefully I'll be able to see you guys Sunday. So now that I got that out of the way, moving on to the next topic, and I am looking to go to a house show, which is on December 30th, and that's right, I am looking to meet Mickie James for the first time, so that should be tremendous in itself. So I am looking forward to that, and hopefully get some new autographs from the wrestlers and stuff like that, since I got some last time with the last house show I went to. I almost got to meet Mickie there, but that didn't turn out well with the TV taping that I went to not too long ago, and didn't really get to see on the last house show. So hopefully this time I'll have better luck, and maybe get some autographs and pictures, and we'll have to wait and see where that goes with that. So the tickets are going on sale next week, so hopefully I'll be having another update with you guys, and keep you up to date with that, and hopefully things will go with that, and should be a good house show, which would be basically in my hometown, and actually it would be in place where I graduated from, so that's really cool in itself to meet Mickie there. So we'll have to wait and see where that goes, but I'm really looking forward for that. So hopefully things will work out, and like I said, I'll keep you guys up to date on what's gonna happen with that. So that's it when it comes to that. Now getting into the main part of the video, and in a way this is kind of a response basically to what happened to BMI 2K and John basically having 100 wrestlers in 100 days, and talking about 100 wrestlers that you enjoy and why you like them and stuff like that. And this is also a class project that I've been working on this week, and I basically got done with it. I actually had to write down an essay on my favorite legend, and I was gonna go with the a singer, and didn't really work out so well with that, so I decided to go with a wrestler. And with that being said, my favorite legend and who I did actually choose overall, and that's right, Shawn Michaels. And didn't really have any problems with that. I never really had problems, talking about wrestling in class, and that goes all the way to high school. So I wasn't really picked on or anything like that, and most of my friends were into either wrestling or into UFC at the time, so it made out good for that. And actually some of my uh, teachers were actually either into it or either watched it a long time ago, so that was actually really cool to find out with that. So I am actually going to read what I wrote to you guys, and as a part as basically my first wrestler to go with the 100 wrestlers in 100 days. I'm not too sure who I'm gonna use as my next wrestler, but I'll keep it as a secret for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy this first one, as I'm talking about Shawn Michaels, and basically in the brief way mentioning what a legend means to me, especially in this business. So that's basically it when it comes to that. So as I read this, I will talk about it, and then probably even get into some favorite matches, and as well going into turning point, which would be in the second half of this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and that's basically it when it comes to that. So now I'm actually going to read this right now. Alright, my favorite legend. A legend is someone who has done a lot in their time. My favorite legend would have to be Shawn Michaels, who is a legend in the sport of pro wrestling, and who recently got inducted into the Hall of Fame early last year. Shawn Michaels has won many championships in his time, from the World Heavyweight Championship and many more during his World Wrestling Entertainment run, and he has been in a tag team called D-Generation X and a faction or a trio named the Clique. Shawn Michaels has had some great matches with legends as well, and wrestlers with basically Kurt Angle, Triple H, who was his tag team partner in Generation X for many years, Stone Cold as well, it was another opponent of his, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker, just to name a few right now for the moment under his resume. He may be sometimes a little controversial, like the famous Montreal Screwjob, as we all know what happened with that in Canada during the annual pay-per-view event, the Survivor Series, which is coming up next week, which is the most talked about match of all time and can be very debatable in the wrestling community. Shawn Michaels is a legend to me because he is a great wrestler, a good talker, and a good person overall. To me, Shawn Michaels has always been one of my favorites since I started watching him since the late 2000s. What got me into the Heartbreak Kid was because of his high-flying moves, and he could work well with anyone and make them look really good, and he was a good seller, meaning he could take a good bump during a match, whoever he was with, and he was very charismatic during his in-ring promos and backstage segments. He could also make you love him, or he can make you hate him at the same time. Heel or face, it doesn't matter. He was good. He was good at what he does, and still could go wrestle a match, even though he basically is in the Hall of Fame and hasn't really wrestled in a while. So I think he can still go at least a couple of more times, and go here and there. At least have a match every once in a while. So even if he does. But, since he's in the Hall of Fame right now and not really doing too much, that's basically it when it comes to that, so I just added a little bit there. And, I'll always remember him for his great talent that he had in the ring each and every night, from his memorable matches and moments that I could watch over and over again, and how I could relate to him basically in a way, a little bit too as well. So I did add a little bit there with Shawn Michaels and why he's my favorite legend and stuff like that. So hopefully guys, you get what I was basically saying with that. So I thought it would be cool to share you with that, guys, and that's basically what I've been working on. Basically I wrote it out first and then retyped it, and overall I think I did pretty good on it, and that's basically it what I wanted to share with you guys, my main part of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully leave a video response too on who is your favorite legend and what a legend means to you. So that's basically it when it comes to that part. Alright, so that's basically the main point I really wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the essay and basically the response to Beer Money 2K and the 100 wrestlers in 100 days, and with that class essay that I did, and I think I did pretty good on it. So hopefully I inspired some of you guys to actually do something like that of your own. And even if you want to talk about your favorite legend, it doesn't have to be Shawn Michaels. It could be anyone basically. It could be Bret Hart or whoever else it may be, or just a regular wrestler, depending on who you want to do it on. That would be really cool if you did a response to that. So hopefully I inspired you guys, like I mentioned, and I really wanted to focus it on that, but I decided to talk about other stuff with Turning Point and a couple of other things that I wanted to update you guys on for this special Veterans Day video. So that's basically it with the first half. Now we move on to the second half, going into 20.2011. Of course, the pre-show, like I mentioned earlier, is at 6 p.m. and it's going to be one hell of a show. And I actually forgot about Turning Point, talking about, I'm not talking about, but doing that essay and getting ready for Survivor Series and WWE 12 being in Survivor Series mode. So there are actually a couple things I am looking forward for going into Turning Point, but I won't be talking about all of it and just some of the matches, not all of them, and I will be talking about most of them at the Turning Point pre-show, so that's why you guys cannot miss it this Sunday. So basically getting into Turning Point and some of the matches, I am going to kick things off here with the Knockouts Championship match. We got Gail Kim taking out Velvet Sky. This should be pretty good too, good match here, and however, I don't really see Gail Kim getting the Knockouts Championship just yet at Turning Point, since she just basically joined a tag team with Madison Rayne and basically winning the Knockouts Tag Team Championship. So I don't really see Gail Kim winning at this pay-per-view. Maybe the next one, or the one, I should say after that, the next pay-per-view. So it should be a good match, and then Gail Kim really basically looking to take it to Velvet Sky and proving that she wants the Knockouts Championship, I'm sure. And I do see how Velvet Sky coming back and defeating Gail Kim in this one and basically winning it here. So most likely Gail Kim will win it at the next pay-per-view, I'm sure, but it should be a good match nonetheless. Next match, I'm not really looking forward for. We got Crimson taking on Matt Morgan, and with this one, my pick is Crimson. I'm sure we'll get another one here and defeating Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan probably try his best to take out Crimson, and basically ending up failing in the end, and Crimson getting the win there and still remaining undefeated. So that's basically it what I have for that. Nothing really too much to say there, so I'm not really looking forward for that match. Looking forward for that match too much. Next match, I got the TNA Tag Team Championship, which I believe is on the line. We got Inking taking on Mexican Americana. And this one should be a good match. We didn't really have this match on the card for Bound for Glory, but I'm sure this will be actually on the card, and the last match was a pre-show match. So I do see in a way Inking coming out on top and defeating a Mexican Americana. It would be actually pretty cool seeing Inking being a tag team champion and taking out Mexican Americana. So it can really in a way go either or. So I am actually looking for Inking coming out on top and becoming new TNA Tag Team Champions. So that's it when it comes to that one. Next match, we got the triple threat match. We got for the X Division Championship, Austin Aries, AW taking on Kid Cash and Jesse Sorensen. And Jesse Sorensen, not really into too much. Don't really care for him that much at all. So, however, I am looking forward for what Austin Aries and Kid Cash is gonna do, and it should be a good triple threat between the three of these guys. So I am looking forward for it nonetheless, and can really either go to Austin Aries or Kid Cash. I'm sure we'll probably get some double team moves out of these two trying to take out Jesse Sorensen, and maybe Kid Cash might get a little jealous and try to take out Austin Aries. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So I can really go to Austin Aries or Kid Cash, but however my pick is concerned, I am looking for Austin Aries to retain the X Division Championship and the whole the title just a little bit longer. So that's it when it comes to that. Then we go into the World Heavyweight Championship match. James Storm taking on, which I believe is AJ Styles or Bobby Roode. I'm not really too sure at this point. I don't really have, all of the match listings right now, but I believe at this time it is looking to be AJ Styles. So with this one, should be a good match that I'll be looking forward for. And with this one, I am looking for the champion to retain. I don't really see AJ Styles actually yet winning the World Heavyweight Championship, even though that would be really cool to see. However, I don't really see that happening yet, just to have the world champion James Storm to hold the championship just a little while longer. So, that's basically it with some of the matches I do have for you guys, and really briefly on Turning Point. So that's basically it overall what I have for you guys for this special Veterans Day video. Like I mentioned, hopefully I inspire you guys to do something like that with my favorite legend or favorite wrestler, whichever you feel like doing. And you can do a legend or wrestler, it doesn't really matter. And a little update on the house show that I will be going to December 30th, or looking to go anyway. Hopefully I still get to go overall, and a little briefly on the Turning Point pre-show and the predictions in itself. So one big special video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment what I talked about. Hopefully you guys will be able to make a video response as well. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions and input. And that does it for this special Veterans Day video. Hopefully you guys go out and enjoyed it, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, yes, definitely I will talk to you guys most likely later on. Peace.